Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope you guys made some really good gains today in this market drop. Obviously, is pretty crazy. We had a big, massive gap down. I did it. I even did a live stream today. Today is a holiday in Canada where I live, so um, I made the effort to even come out and come back home to do a live stream for you guys. So I think a lot of people appreciated that, and if you didn't, then whatever. I guess, I guess there's nothing I can do about it. But let's continue on with our analysis. So far, looks like we've been correct in calling this short here. This area was a false breakout with or I guess a false rebound and a suckers rally, and we shorted at the highs here. I actually short the triple Qs with SQQQ. Um, and we had a massive drop since then, right? We had a 10% drop, I believe, 10.5, and now we had a massive bounce today, right? Big green candle, feels good. You know, the low is in this, right? We should rally for weeks on end, right? And that could be the case, but for me, it looks like we need possibly maybe another low. And I say that because there's just too much enthusiasm for the severity of the situation, and people are saying like, what situation? It doesn't matter. Who cares? Japanese yen carry trade. I don't really care what the news is, but we've done a lot of technical damage to this chart already. For it to continue higher, it's gonna be quite tough, right? Usually these pullbacks are not that deep in wave fours, and I mean, could we make another all-time high? Anything's possible, right? But it would have to hold these levels down here that I have illustrated as a target area for the Y leg now, and a much deeper leg too, I should say, because if this is another it's just another three wave correction inside the Y leg, then this is your target. So let's just dive into where I think the Qs are going, based off of aftermarket data as well. Right, in the after hours, we're seeing some trading still going on. So right now the Qs closed the day down, but we should actually, I think we were up 1% in the after hours, so we're probably going to gap up tomorrow, probably somewhere around here, 440, and we actually have room to the upside here. So looks like an ABC for it to go higher in the C leg, and the short area for the people who missed the trades, because I saw a lot of people. Oh my God, everyone's texting me. I saw a lot of people joining the Discord asking, okay, when do we buy puts? When do we buy shorts? I missed the short trade, and everyone seems to think it's over. I think we've seen the Russell 2000, the QQQ on the monthly cycles as well, showing, and the weekly cycles showing that the party could be very well over now. All right, and I'll get to that in a second, and I'll show you guys the weekly breaks. But this should be the short area between 451 to 462. I may even add more to the short position because we're already up. We shorted at 472, 471, right around this area, and we timed it perfectly. Again, we don't always time it perfectly, and it's not like I have a crystal ball, but this is a trade setup that I had for risk reward. This was an amazing risk reward trade. Everyone was getting long, and it was just to me, it was just like everyone's on the same side of the trade here. I'm already seeing smart money unload their positions. It's time to short, and it played out. And I look really smart now in hindsight, but what if it went the wrong way? Then I'd be looking like an idiot, and this market would be at new all-time highs again. But anyways, this is what I see now. An ABC back up. Same thing for the SPY. The target area is 528 and 536, and you actually have a lot of nice gap fill areas. So you got a gap here that should fill. You got another gap here at 458 on the Qs, so that's another gap fill target. And then taking a look at the SPY, you got a gap fill here, and I wouldn't even be surprised if you continue to rally and fill this gap as well. So again, you actually have a pretty wide range for accumulating some shorts, but this market is definitely weak. Make no mistake, the Nikkei is bouncing right now, right? Bouncing like 8%. But I mean, like People are like, oh my god, it's so bullish. It's bouncing 8%. I mean, it's down 30 or sorry, 26% from its highs. An 8% bounce and a 26% loss in 3 days, you know. It's pretty it's substantial. It's not good. It's not bullish, right? And people are very enthusiastic today at the open, right? I saw so many on CNBC, it's time to buy. It's Christmas. It's been Christmas this whole way down, apparently, according to Jim Cramer. But hey, like this is a 2.66% bounce at the close, uh, compared to a pullback of 15%, and it's oversold on the RSI, right? It's getting oversold on the daily, the weekly. You know, you got a weekly cycle break, you got a monthly cycle break as well. So you guys can see here the monthly cycle is over on the QQQ, and I'll actually talk about the IWM now. The IWM, oh, it's not over on the monthly, but the weekly, I think the weekly is done. I think weekly we had a break here. There we go. We had a break back here, and then that kind of told me that was gonna break as well. But there we go. I think this is the one I had. Yeah, okay. So we got a nice little pivots there, and now it's starting to break. Anyways, let me get on to the daily on the Qs. Sorry, the IWM. I'll show you guys a short target as well. So let's take a look here. Right now, you have a very strong impulse down in the small caps, and I saw a lot of YouTubers like, "Oh, this is nonsense, and it's just so blown out of proportion. It's not time to short. It's time to stack longs." Like it's this is has nothing to do with recession talks. This is like credit spreads being inverted and all this stuff. And the small caps have been weak for a very long time and heavily shorted. So if we by miracle we get this chance here in the Russell, it's going to be a massive shorting opportunity in my opinion. You're going to be catching this wave 3 towards the downside. So that's going to be I'll be looking for maybe even some puts on the IWM. So right now we're up in the after hours, so maybe we continue to rally into the open. So anywhere up here, another 5% rally. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel like the bull market's back, right? And we got some gap fills, right? We got some gap fills, so you should fill them sooner than later, between 209 and 216. Obviously, you know, I could be wrong. That's why you anywhere above this, you should probably stop out, right? You stop out of your trade. So that's your areas here for shorting. And I'm not longing this. I am not interested in longing this at all. By all means, if you guys want to long, you can go ahead. I mean, just take a look at the VIX today. The VIX had a massive breakout out of the wedge that we were talking about. It overshot the target immensely. So now, where the VIX is going, that's just anybody's guess. It's probably gonna. My best guess is probably gonna pull back some more tomorrow. Right, and then you'll find probably maybe some support, and it could continue on. It could continue on. I mean, look at this weekly break here. It looks like it's the peak, right? It looks like it's over. So that's why I said, like, you know, I could be wrong. Wait, wow. Let me get rid of that. And I could be wrong. Let's see where the peak was. The peak was later, though, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. 97. Wow. That really got up there. What are we at today? How high did we go today? Today, the VIX went to like 65, right? 65. My goodness. It's up there. It's up there, but we could go higher. We can't go higher. Don't think that we can. All right. So let's see here, and I'll let you guys know when I take profit on the SQQ. We're up substantially, but I'm not ready to take profits just yet. And let's see here. We'll take a lot. I'll talk about some individual names and the TLT and all that. So looks like the bond yields continue to melt down here, and we will probably have some more downside after this bounce is over into another fifth wave, unless the fifth wave already happened and we missed it. But yeah, I mean, it could have already happened. It's just such a super small fifth wave, but I'd like to see probably one more low, right? And then another bounce, unless this extends away 3, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, let's cover the TLT very quickly. So the TLT, we were calling for more upside here on the TLT. It looks like we got it. Now we're starting to get, let's see here, some bearish divergence. This is finishing up. I believe this is finishing up. Is this today's candle? Monday. Oh, it gapped up today. Okay, well, now that it gapped up, it's anybody's guess, but this is probably either another third wave extension, which continues to extend, and you need a fifth wave. But this is now looks like it wants to pull back at a 4. So I'll give you guys a dip buy area. Let's see if this is gonna hold AVC. So now the dip buy area maybe for TLT to hold up is gonna be down here in 97 to 95. So anywhere in this area should be a buying opportunity for the TLT, and same goes for the TMF. If the TMF is in this area, it should hold up, and an ABC correction, and then we should make another fifth wave high, and then the third wave, the bigger correction, and then wave 5. Unless you erase bullish divergence, of course, and then it's the party. The party goes on. Okay, let me cover a few more things here. Talk about some individual names. Let's talk about Apple. Very popular stock right now, right? With Warren Buffett selling. Look what we hit today. Look what we talked about last time. Look what we hit today for the buy area. So if you were looking to buy Apple, you would have nailed the low today at 197. This was the buy area, hit it perfectly, and now we reversed out. Again, I'm not a buyer in this market because I'm very concerned of what could be coming. Right, it's a lot of downside risk that could be coming. You have precious metals and gold and silver that were breaking down today. That's not what you want to see in just a regular pullback. This is panic across the board. People are getting out of their assets, and it could be the beginning of something bigger. And I'd rather be risk off than risk on right now. Tesla looks like it needs more downside. Tesla looks like it could bounce. It could bounce in an ABC. Right, but it looks like it needs more downside for Tesla, back down to 163, 142, and if that doesn't hold and you break this pivot, you're going back down to $100. You're going back down to $100 to test this pivot. Take a look at NVDA. I already charted NVDA for tomorrow as well. So NVIDIA is looking quite bullish right now, right? Big gap down, tons of buying, bargain hunters, enthusiasm across the board. This is just another dip buy, right? And I said it could be another dip buy too, but it's breaking this level, right? This level's breached. Now you gotta look for. I should keep this here, this where I think this is it there. WX. All right. Okay. ABC correction. But anyways, this level's gone now. Your next level to short NVIDIA is 111 to 119, and you could even fade the highs here, right? You might even fade the highs, and everyone is so scared. Everyone gets long because, oh my God, it's gonna take off. It has downside until $81 to $58 for NVIDIA. As crazy as it seems to talk about it now, it always seems crazy to talk about these longer term price targets, if they're going to play out or not, but we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. All right, let's talk about Amazon. I believe Amazon did it respect the low? No, you breached the low. You broke the low. Okay, so now what? Now what do we do? Right? Amazon's breaking the lows here. You tested it. I think is this a trend line? Is this a trend line that I have here? No, it's just a wave 5. Take a look at the weekly, the monthly. Oh man, this looks bad. It looks almost like if the fifth wave on the monthly cycle is done here, like it's over. The bull market's done, right? And you're getting ready to correct everything. You're gonna lose this whole fifth wave in Amazon. And if that's the case, then this is not an ABC. This is an impulse down, and you're gonna want to look for a bigger move, a bigger move here. Let me see. Wave 3, bullish divergence. It's getting this market's getting really bearish really quickly, and you gotta adapt. And that's why I'm not permanently bullish and I'm not permanently bearish. I alternate and I pivot when the time is right. We sold the triple Qs and unloaded positions 3 weeks before all this. So it goes to show you where our head is at. It's not fixed and entrenched in one thought. It's adapting to the market at all times. All right, so let's see here. I'll take a look at Amazon more thoroughly. It could actually this doesn't look good on Amazon. Either this isn't a corrective move, but to me it looks like it could have already topped out. 3, probably a bounce up in 4 and another leg in 5. Kind of looks like the Dow Jones chart right now. Let's take a look at oil. So oil broke the pivot here. So now you know what you got. You don't have a flat scenario that's going to be able to play out. What you have, I thought we would be lucky enough to get this short opportunity back at 81, but it looks like it doesn't want to play out like that. It looks like it wants to go the super bearish mode, where you're getting set up in a 1-2-1-2 count. And if that's the case, because right now you don't have 3 waves anymore. Before on Friday you had 3 waves. Now you have 5 waves. Now you have a 1-2, 1-2, right? 1-2, 1-2, and you're gonna probably pull back up here somewhere along these levels, and you'll get an ABC correction, right? Or unless the ABC is already done. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Let's see. ABC. Oh boy, could it already be over? It might be. Oh, a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more upside for this smaller time frame. Again, the smaller time frames are notorious for being a little bit inaccurate, but again, if you want, you could chance a shorten this area between 75 to 76 on oil. DXY, so the DXY finishing up this wave 3 here. Again, we called this one correctly, beautifully on my channel. If you guys are following me, you would have known the DXY was going to break down inside of this wave 3. We're looking for this wave 3. Now we're going to pull back up in this wave 4 and in another 5th wave. So it's funny how the DXY should help the market when it goes down, but it wasn't. And now we're going to have the DXY going up, and that's going to put pressure on the markets as well. Right? It's not going to help the markets that the DXY is going up. It's going to put pressure on it. Let's see here. Roku broke my pivot. So again, this to me is invalidated. I don't like the setup. I told you guys if this breaks, the bullish scenario for me is gone. The pivots are lost. There's no more bull setup. And this is just a larger connector wave in a WXI, and it's just going to go lower. It's most likely going to test 38, 37 now. That's just my opinion of what the Roku is going to do based off of these breaks here. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. It's not good. It's not good anymore. Just like AMD. AMD is no good anymore. Useless. I mean, I shouldn't say useless, but I mean like the chart is invalidated, and now you're getting ready for a big meltdown in a 5-wave move. See, like, and you're gonna hit 103 on AMD, and it's tragic, but that's your case now because you broke these pivots, right? I longed this here, and I told you guys this was a short area, and look what happened. Massive meltdown. All right, let's take a look at a few more things here. So let's scroll back up. My hand hurts. I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep doing this analysis for you guys. Looks like markets are trying to go up in the after hours. I'm not holding many positions now. I'm heavily invested in SQQ. Have a beautiful entry, and I will let the market stop me out if it really wants to make another all-time high. Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. I think we have to cover a few more stocks, and maybe talk about the markets maybe one more time before I finish the video. I think I covered everything I should have covered. I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, anyways, let's wrap it up with the Qs here. So again, I don't always get it right, and that's something you should know when you're watching my videos. I'm not a prophet, and I stop out of trades when they hit my stop level, and I wait for the market to hit my buy area. I wait for massive panic. And as a heads up, guys, as a heads up, if this level here fails down here at 410, we rally up here and we drop back down once again. Japan starts to melt down once again, and we are not able to find support at 410 to 386. If we break these levels on the Qs, you have a market crash scenario on your hands now. Your Qs will most likely come back down. You're gonna take out all these pivots. You're gonna start filling these gaps, and you got room all the way down to 193. And that could take months, maybe weeks, who knows? But that's your 1987, 2008 financial crisis crash scenario for the super uber bears that think that this is gonna happen. That's your target, right? And the same thing for the SPY. That's your target down here at 293. The IWM target, I don't I think the IWM target isn't as bad because we rallied up. Or is it bad? Or I think it's pretty bad too. Yeah, well, it's a big range. It's 214 to 94. So I mean, anywhere really in this range, you'll find support. You should find support. But that's a big range to start buying, right? So I think the Qs, sorry, not the Qs, the small caps are in trouble. And yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's market open. Peace.